Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about taking intraday trades. I know a lot of people out there, a lot of newer traders or even experienced traders, they like to play the first few minutes of the market. There's a lot of volatility, but that can be very good, but it can also be very bad. If you are emotional during that time, if you are not someone that can control emotions, stick to a plan, be disciplined, the first 5 to 10 minutes can be very, very ugly for you. Personally, I've started to look away from trading during that time period, and I like to focus on the intraday. I like to focus on after the first 30 minutes, maybe between 30 minutes to an hour into the market. After the market has started to build some levels, it builds a high a day, maybe it builds a low of day, it builds some support and some consolidation. At that point, I like to trade off those levels. And I want to go ahead and show you in today's video an example of me doing that on Microsoft. Yesterday, I took a trade on Microsoft around 12 o'clock Eastern time, and by the end of the day, this position was up over 100%. So I hope you guys enjoy me breaking this down. If you're someone that has struggled with trading the open of the stock market, consider trying to trade intraday. Consider trying to relax during the first few minutes, let the market work itself out, and then take trades later in the day. So after watching today's video, if you do enjoy it, please press the like button. It helps out a ton. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for my live streams, which go live every single market day at 8 a.m. And if you want to get alerted when I go live, make sure to scroll down and press that bell down below. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and start this off here on the 1-minute chart on Microsoft. Now, me personally, guys, I watch the 1-minute chart all day. Some people do not like it. They don't like to see the crazy movements in the market. I personally have sort of conditioned myself to look at the 1 minute. I understand that there can be crazy candles, but most of the time I can relax. I don't really read too much into 1 minute movements. However, I like to see the 1 minute because it gives me extra detail of potential bottoms, potential tops, where the candles start to weaken. And I like to see that exact detail here, and that is what I do. So I just wanted to clear that up. Some people may not watch the 1 minute. Personally, I do. So here is Microsoft here on the 1 minute chart. You guys can see that, of course, in this example, right, Microsoft at open would have been a great trade. If you just bought this at the open, you would have had a great day on Microsoft yesterday. But of course, that's always not going to happen. It's not always going to be perfect where you just buy the open, this thing rips for the entire day. Microsoft was just very, very strong yesterday, right? So I didn't trade this first push on Microsoft. Of course, I wish I did. I have shares, so I can relax, enjoy my share gains, and then later in the day, look for some positions for option contracts. Now, coming into yesterday, I knew Microsoft was strong. So when I started to see this thing dip starting at around 11 o'clock, I knew there was a potential for Microsoft to run later in the day, and there could definitely be a second entry on this position. So I waited. I was watching the market, looking to see where is Microsoft going to find a reversal pattern? Where's the double bottom? Where's the inverse head and shoulders? Where is the retest level that holds? That's in my mind intraday around 10 to 11 to 12 o'clock. That's what's going on in my head. I'm scanning my charts. I'm finding positions that could potentially be double bottoms, potential reversal patterns back to the upside, potential inverse head and shoulders, retest levels that could hold. And that is what I found here on Microsoft. And that is why I went ahead and took a trade on Microsoft. Now, before we get into the particular trade, I want to go ahead and talk a little bit more about why I like this setup and why I think it sets up such great risk to reward. So if we look at this chart on the 1 minute chart, you guys can see that we went ahead and we pulled back here over about an hour time span. From around 11, actually about half an hour, 11 to 11:30, we got a very nice little pullback here on Microsoft, right? And what did we start to see here on Microsoft? We saw a very nice little double bottom form, and we started to see higher lows form as well. This bounce right here, not quite a bounce that I trust. Why do I say that? Because there's not really a double bottom that ever formed here. No double bottom. This is really just a little bounce, little dead cat bounce, starting to fail and push back lower, right? No double bottom, not anything really strong at this bounce that makes me think, okay, time to play this back to the upside. Now, what we can see on the next bounce, back at 11:40, 11:35, you guys can see a bottom came in right around here, right around this 322 level. Now, this 322 level, as I was watching it intraday, was also a very nice little retest level. You guys can see this here. Previous highs turning into support. And this was a retest level that I was eyeing intraday, the 322 level. And a little bit later in this video, you're going to see how this 322 level comes into play once again today. So 322, we get our first bounce, right? I'm not entering long here on this first bounce. That is not enough for me to trust this position. Not enough for me to set up a trade idea. The second bounce, 1, 2. The second bounce right here, this is when I start to get interested, right? Because Microsoft has just proven to us that it is now holding a retest level. It has formed a double bottom intraday. And to put the cherry on top, Microsoft was just an absolute beast yesterday. So you know that you have that potential upside. You know it has the buyers behind it with how strong Microsoft was. So you guys can see, nice little double bottom. I'm actually going to go ahead, now that I look at it, I'm just going to take off. I'm going to put back on the 9 EMAs. I don't think it really comes into play here, but I will put it on to see if it does anything. So you guys can see that now that I do have the EMAs on, you will see that it actually did hold the 15-minute 9 EMA. You guys can see that right here, the red line. That is my 105 EMA. The 105 EMA on the 1-minute chart, that equals the 15-minute 9 EMA. I'll go ahead and show you guys that to prove it to you. You guys can see right here, this is the 15-minute chart. And that is the 9 EMA on the 15-minute chart, this blue line. If I go back to the 1 minute, you can see that is just about right where Microsoft was, right here on the red. That is my 105 EMA. So it is holding that 15 EMA, which is nice. I didn't take this trade because of it. More of the reason why I took this trade was the double bottom that formed. Now, here's the next part. Setting up this trade. How do you set up this trade? What are you looking for during this trade, right? How do you set up your risk? How do you set up your reward? Where do you put your stop? That is the next part you need to think about before you enter. This entry right here, you guys can see, I'll quickly show up where I got in. I got in at 12:01, 10:29, 3:25 call off the 3:22 retest. I'll go ahead and zoom in for you right there off the 3:22 retest, and I sent this chart right when I took it, right? So this was the chart. You guys can see on the right side of your screen, same exact chart. This is where you started to see that double bottom come in. Now, why do I like taking it there off that double bottom? I like that because what you guys can see, a very tight stop, and this setup allows you to have a tight stop. Why is that? The reason for that is because if Microsoft was to fall under this double bottom that just formed, this trade idea is totally invalidated. If this stock was to fall below this 322 level, there is no reason to be in this trade. So it's a very tight stop. The risk on my portfolio, the risk in this trade is tiny because I know I'm playing for the double bottom. If it drops below, that's it. I'm out of this trade, no emotions. That's my stop. So if I go below the double bottom, no more, that's it. Cut the trade and move on, right? And the only reason I was able to have that clean stop loss is because I waited for intraday levels to set up. I waited for the intraday double bottom. I waited for the support to come in at 322, and I let that intraday level be able to judge where I should get out of this position. So you guys can see on the Discord chat, got into that 322 hold, using that as my stop. Anything below 322 out of the trade, no position. So you guys can see later in the day, I gave an update, up 47%. I took 85% on this position, closed it around 2 o'clock. It reached a maximum about 110% at one point. So what you guys can see from that point, Microsoft had a very nice move higher, right? Off the double bottom, very strong move higher. Why didn't I sell this on this push? Why didn't I sell this on this push? When I'm in a position like this, I do not sell this until the stock starts to break down, until I start to see lower highs form, lower lows form, until it is proven to me that there is no more momentum in this play. So you guys can see we start to move higher. We did pull back, but we didn't make a lower low. I'm still down. My entry is all the way down here. So what's the point of getting out? Let this thing start to work out. What you guys can see, a beautiful break and retest once again. This was another great entry intraday. Look at how nicely Microsoft broke this previous resistance at 324, got through it, bounced right back, held a previous break and retest. And this right here, if you missed the double bottom, there's your next entry right there. So beautiful intraday level once again here on Microsoft, setting up another great trade, because if you were to see a break below 324, let's say a break down to here, you're out of the trade. That's your stop loss. Very clean entry there on Microsoft. I got out around 220, which is right around here. When I started to see Microsoft making lower highs, lower lows, I figured, okay, let me go ahead and take my profits. It was a beautiful trade playing off this intraday double bottom, 322. So hopefully you guys get an idea of how I'm looking at this, looking at these intraday levels, letting them form, not chasing these plays out of the gates, not feeling like I have to buy Microsoft right when the market opens, waiting for the pullbacks, waiting for the reversal patterns. The double bottom right here was clean. It allowed me to have a very strict stop loss and a very structured trade that I could go ahead and take. Now, real quick, if I zoom out here on the 1 minute chart and just give you an example. Now, I didn't take this trade, but here is another example for you. You guys can see today, and this was something we were talking about in the chat, and I know some of you that are watching this may have taken this trade because we were talking quite a bit about it. You can see that Microsoft pulled back, and where did it hold today? Where was the consolidation? It was right there at the 322 level once again. So if you are someone that likes to trade the intraday, this is another beautiful entry here. Beautiful consolidation, proving to you that we had a nice bottom at 322, a little bit of a triple bottom, even like a quad bottom, just very strong consolidation at 322. You take it here, you put your stop below the lows, very tight stop. And what's your risk? Your risk is here, right? This is your risk, and your reward is back towards the highs, right? So a very good risk to reward. I'll go ahead and turn this red. I'm not going to turn it transparent. I know that's a little ugly, but there's your risk. Your reward is back towards the highs, and you guys can see that it basically went ahead and did that today in the after hours, moving up very nicely. So a very nice trade once again here. The 322 level, you guys can see, held up beautifully once again today after we took that trade off the double bottom yesterday. So hopefully you guys see this. Hopefully it makes a little bit of sense. The intraday levels, look for them. Look for the pullbacks. Look for the break and retest intraday. Look for the double bottoms. Let the market work out a little bit. Let the market work itself out. You do not need to trade in the first 10 to 15 minutes of the market. I know a lot of people say you do. I know a lot of people think that you should walk away from the market after 10 to 20 minutes. Me personally, I love looking for these intraday setups because there's support and resistance that is formed, and I can play off those levels. So let's go ahead and wrap up this video. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed it. Guys, so that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Just recapping that intraday Microsoft trade for you guys. Very nice holds, very nice intraday levels, double bottoms, inverse head and shoulders. I look for those things all the time, and when I can take a trade off them, I really like the way that the trade sets up. The reason for that, it gives me a very easy stop loss. If it breaks below the double bottom, I'm out of the trade. I move on to the next one. If it continues higher, makes higher highs, makes higher lows, I let it ride. I let the profits continue to creep in. A question that I get a lot from people in my chat is, how do I let winners ride? And I think a lot of people sell positions because they see a number that they like on their P&L. Me personally, I do not like to trade like that. I trade it and I hold a position until the technicals tell me that it is breaking down. So in today's video, you saw I held Microsoft until it started to make lower highs and lower lows. Now, yes, of course that means that I give some profits back. That will always be something that I am accepting and I understand. If you cannot live with giving profits back, then it is going to be very difficult to gain more profits and to hold winners longer. I like to hold the winners until the technicals tell me that I should no longer be holding, and that is how I've been able to take advantage of these intraday moves and not sell out of them too quick. Let the technicals make the decisions. Do not let your emotions make your decisions. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, subscribe, press the like button, press the bell down below. Help me grow this channel. I appreciate all of you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.